All right, back. Motor City Sports Talking in the building. Appreciate everybody for checking in. Make sure that subscribe button, bell icon button. Won't miss another video. And yeah, I seen on an article thread on social media that they talking about Amani Agrawi from Penn State, 6'2" corner we picked in the 5th round, could possibly start over Rashad Melvin. Let's talk about it, man. If Armani come in and start being a 5th round rookie, would I be surprised? No. I'm going to tell you why I wouldn't be surprised. For one, I heard Rashad Melvin was garbage. I got a friend that's a huge Raider fan. Said basically us swapping him for Nevin Lawson was hogwash. Like Rashad Melvin, they called him burnt toast in Oakland. So he really ain't nothing. Now, it may be a differential. If he fit our scheme, maybe he ball out. So that's something else to look for. Just because you flake out somewhere else, maybe another scheme might fit you a little bit better. But, if I had to pick somebody that I just think might just steal the job, I think it's probably going to be Mike Ford. You know what I'm saying? I like the way when Mike Ford played last year with limited practice and coming onto the team in limited reps. He played really, really well. I thought he played the best at the second cornerback position opposite of Darius Slay than anybody. So let me make that clear. I think it's Mike Ford's job to lose. You know what I'm saying? Teez Tabor, I don't even know why he's still on the team. That's just Bob Quinn being a stubborn old man and not wanting to admit he messed up. There's no reason why he should be on the team. I understand A'Shawn Robinson, you know what I'm saying? When Teez Tabor hasn't showed 1 ounce of ability to play a cornerback position, they ain't even try to switch his position or nothing, but they still believe in him. I don't. He can't even stay on the field. He's too slow. And like I said before, I think he's going to have a career like Jonathan Banks, old cornerback from Mississippi State. Just can't stick in the league, not that good enough. They pretty much got some similarities, pretty much got the same height and length and stuff of that nature, and just not fast at all. Yeah, Jonathan Banks played in Tampa. He came to Detroit for a minute, just couldn't last in the league. I don't think he's in the league no more. He played opposite of Darius Slay at Mississippi State, more known as a Tampa 2 corner, able to, play that Rondé Barber position, bump and run and play zone. But Teez Tabor not even in the conversation. It's a chance that the nickel corner they brought in, Justin Coleman, could start at the number 2 position as well, which I think they primarily going to keep him in a nickel unless it's imperative that they need him to play on the outside. And then I guess they will, flex Agnew back to the inside if they had to. But in my position, in my opinion, it ain't going to change. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's going to be a major shock that if Amani Agrawi, when it's about, I think he started 1.5 years at Penn State. But I think that's a sign that the Lions could be in trouble once again. If Amani Agrawi start, unless he a super rookie, he one of those dudes that just come in and he get the coach and he just get it. He just gifted. We seen that with Marcus Peters. And the reason Marcus Peters fell in the draft a little bit in the first because attitude issues in Washington. We seen it with Marshawn Lattimore from DBU, Ohio State, there in LSU. We seen corners have all-pro impact, Pro Bowl impacts recently with Lattimore and with Marcus Peters. But both of those guys was first-round draft picks. It's rare that you see a 5th-round draft pick come in and have that impact. But if Amani Agrawi do start and that's your best corner, that should tell you a lot about the cornerback situation with the Lions. I think the Lions would be in a lot of trouble. You remember when Darius Slay first got here, he got baptized by fire. And obviously Darius Slay was in his own system when he was a man corner. Obviously that did change. Eventually they played a lot more man. But he was getting burnt. But it's a rite of passage to be in a corner. It's going to be hard for me to believe that Agrawi is really, is going to come in and start and have an impact on this team. I just don't see it. I don't see him coming in having an impact, being able to start. Not saying he's not good at all. I like to see what I've seen on film. But, just thinking, like, when the last time I seen a 5th-round rookie? And like I said, records are meant to be broke. But when the time we seen a 5th-round rookie come in and have an all-pro impact or just a steady impact, it's tough to find. You had a couple dudes, a dude from Oklahoma State that played with Seahawks last year. He played solid. You have some guys that play solid. They just need him to be solid and cover. But it's going to be some learning experiences, man. Teams are going to go after him. And he got ball skills, you know what I'm saying? 6'2", long, 4.47 in the 40, athletic. He can bat the ball down. He can find the ball. He turn his head. But on this level, it's just 100% different from the college level, but he definitely got the physical traits. But I think it's gonna be a learning curve. But if the battle is close and they jumbled up and you know they all competing, or you go with the guy with the most potential, and the guy with the most potential, he's gonna be Amani Ogwawi. You know, that's gonna be the guy with the most potential. And you know, like I said before, I think it's Mike Ford's job to lose. People talking about Rashad Melvin. I heard he was just he was abysmal in Oakland. And Oakland could have been running a totally different scheme once again that just don't fit him. You know, but like I said before, I think it's Mike Ford's job to lose. You know, if it ain't Mike Ford's job to lose, then I think it's Coleman's job to lose. If it ain't Coleman's job to lose, then then it's Rashad Melvin. But I definitely think Ogwawi gonna be above Teez Tabor. Teez Tabor just not athletic enough to play on this level as a corner. He got the feet and the speed of a safety, and at that, a box safety. You know, and can he tackle like a box safety can tackle and bring that pain? I don't think so. But, you know, if Ogwawi started, I think that's going to signify big troubles for the Lions. I think that's a bad sign. Unless, like I said, let's see a super rookie. Because he out there starting, that's the equivalent of Nevin Lawson beating out Deshaun Shedd and beating out whoever else is at the cornerback position. That's the equivalent of Nevin Lawson, you know, beating out DJ Hayden or sharing time with DJ Hayden. You know, it's just that just signals to me that, you know, the Lions are in trouble, you know, at that position. And they BS'd at the position. Remember, they waited till the 5th round to take Amani Ogwawi. He had I seen some people have a late 1st round grade on him. But it's the reason he dropped to the 5th. But they BS'd that position. You know, they didn't try to trade for Patrick Peterson, thank God, because he got popped for Pez today, 6-game suspension. You know, and they ain't try to do nothing else. They didn't look. Nobody in the draft. Obviously, Greedy fell right past them in the 2nd round. Didn't try to get them. So it wasn't a priority. It's the same thing Martin Mayhew did. For years and years, Martin Mayhew downplayed the cornerback position where somebody probably had to put a pistol to his head for him to draft Darius Slay. He wanted to take Bill Bentley, Alex Carter, Aaron Berry. He had no value for the cornerback. And he was a DB in this league. He had zero value for cornerback. He invested everything in the front line, a linebacker or two here, Durant, you know, Levy, and that's what. Every year was the same thing. Burnt toast. They played the New Orleans Saints in the playoffs. Aaron Berry dropped at least 5 interceptions. They could have changed the fortunes, and the Lions and Stafford could have got a playoff win, could have got the monkey off his back. Bob Quinn is doing the same thing, bruh. Like, you just gonna just throw a whole bunch of fucking darks at a board and hopefully one of these dudes take over the cornerback position. He went out his way and got a nickel cornerback before solving one of the biggest holes on this team, the number 2 cornerback position. And the nickel is important, but he making the same mistakes Martin Mayhew did. He should have went out, spent, or found a way to use his resources and got a number 2 cornerback. Asylum, I'm not saying you had to go out there and get Peterson or you had to go out there and get a big name guy, but he felt like Rashad Melvin fit. From what I heard, the nigga's garbage. So I like Mike Ford to be the leader in the clubhouse for that one. You know, but hey, we'll see. But once again, the Lions been playing with fire. They don't never complete nothing. You know what I'm saying? They get half a D-line and not get the other part. They get a linebacker, won't fill the other 2. They get, you know, they got to get a solid defensive backfield, but they'll leave the 2nd cornerback position open. They'll fill half the offensive line, won't go get a right guard. You know, they always doing that, man. The Lions have just been, they can never complete one area. Never. They can never sit there and be like, okay, we're going to complete this. They always holes here. And they playing with the number 2 cornerback position. You know, it's something to look at, man. Because you got 4 guys here that I don't trust. Really, to be that mainstay. But we'll see, man. But I like Mike Ford to win it, but to be the starting cornerback come the 2019 season. Let me know who you think in the comment section is going to be the starting cornerback. But, you know, at the end of the day, if it's close between all of them, you got to give it to the Rook. Because the Rook is the one that got the ability to get better. You know, but hey, it is what it is. Motor City Sports Talk. Don't forget we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email if you got a business question, inquiry, response to your video request. Keep sharing the videos. Appreciate the love and support. And just keep sharing the videos. The best donation you can make. and let me know who you think